welcome back to another food review video. Today we're going to be looking at Yorkie. So I was thinking about different candy bars and chocolate bars, not just from here but from around the world, that have got like multiple flavours out at one given time, and that's really rare that there's multiple flavours of a bar out at the same time, or all still they're limited edition and then they kind of just disappear. So I thought there's actually 4 Yorkie bars out currently. I think that 2 are limited. Well, one says limited edition. The other one doesn't really indicate whether it is, but it feels like it is. There's actually been much more than this. So there has been. I have had a couple more different ones as well. There has been Yorkie Orange. There has been Yorkie Honeycomb. Apparently there's a peanut one. I can't remember if I've ever had that one. And if you look on Wikipedia, there's a whole list of different ones. Look, there's a hot stuff, hot rum. I had never heard of that. I'm interested in what that would have tasted like. And a Yorkie crunchy mint flavour. I don't remember that. I have seen a king size Yorkie, definitely. So that's just a bigger size of this one. And also I've seen a protein one as well. But these are all the ones that are currently out. Some of them were harder. The duo ones I had to buy individually. They were not easy to get hold of, actually, surprisingly. Since some of them were in the meal deal in Tesco's and Sainsbury's, I just got a meal deal and got them out. And then some Home Bargains also sell them too as well. So I managed to get those duo ones. But the Honeycomb was, I think, last year sometime. I have had. It's almost like the Dairy Milk crunchy bits in it. It's almost like that. But anyway, if you've never had a Yorkie bar or you wonder what a Yorkie bar is, it's a thick block chocolate bar that came out in 1976 by Rowntree's, which is now Nestle, and it was made in York, so the name Yorkie came around. And I remember from adverts that I saw myself, it was always described as a kind of manly chocolate, like, because it's thick blocks. I rarely buy Yorkies, if I'm honest, because I feel like, because they're quite thick, I wouldn't probably get through a whole bar, whereas Dairy Milk is quite flat. So I think you could eat more flatter chocolate, but because these are in blocks, almost like a Toblerone sort of thing, I kind of would eat half of it and then put it aside to another time. But it was marketed as this manly, thick blocks of chocolates, and it always had these truckers in the adverts, and it was with the "it's for men, you know, not for girls." There was a campaign like that back in the 90s, 2000s. But there's also female truckers, so I mean, I don't know who came up with that idea, but actually there's another bar called Lager, which also, I think Terry's made it. It was a thick block of chocolate that was also marketed as a kind of lumberjack type manly chocolate too. I never got the chance to have that. If only I was a foodie from day one when I was born. I'd say, go and get that, Mum and Dad. I'm pretty sure there was another Yorkie that was kind of, it's a protein one. I'm sure it was raspberry and something else. I have got a picture. I have reviewed it somewhere. I'm sure it was like apple and raspberry, something like that. I came across it the other day. I'll have to find it. So we'll include it in this lineup. I'll leave a list in the description. And if you've ever had any other Yorkie bars that I haven't described, then do leave a comment. So we'll start with the original one in the blue packet. These come in multi-packs in different sizes. As you can see straight away, look, it's a thick hunk of chocolate. It's like a big Dairy Milk. So I don't think I could eat the whole bar. I like Nestle chocolate, but it feels more sweeter. It feels a little less creamier and a bit more sweeter than Dairy Milk. So it's probably why I would probably have a little bit less of it. That's the original one. There's nothing. No notes for that. This is raisin and biscuits. It's almost like a fruit and nut that Cadbury's Dairy Milk do. So you can see there's a kind of bit to the biscuit. Again, it's the block. I don't mind raisins. I'm not one of these averse raisin people. So, bits and raisin. Again, no notes with the taste of it. 2, maximum 3 of the squares. Lindt chocolate I could just devour because it's kind of creamy and smooth. I don't think it kind of tastes as sweet, and that's just me. And we'll go on to the next one. This is relatively new out. This is biscuit and brownie. This is a duo bar, so you can see there's two halves of this one. It says one for now and one for later. So you can see, almost like a king size bar. So it's going to be like the biscuit and raisin one, but with brownie pieces. Can you see kind of inside it? It has the kind of texture as the raisin one did, but it does taste different. There's a flavour coming through. I wouldn't say I could really say it was brownie straight away. I got the biscuit bits. But in the picture, you can kind of see, look, all the brownie pieces like chunks, almost like biscuit, and then there's biscuit, or rather, I'm not quite sure. If you could kind of compare the two there. There's far more. There's more. You can see the bits of biscuit in that. This you can't really because they're kind of chocolate biscuit. I guess that's what I'm going to take away from that one. Alright, this salted caramel and pretzel. So there was a honeycomb one before this, which is sort of along the line. See, here we go. It says Yorkie. There's no bits on the back. I can kind of see a few pretzels. I can see the bits of pretzel in it. I like salty sweet combination, so there's a caramel flavour coming through straight away. This is that kind of strong caramel, salted caramel. It's very sweet though. I think it's the flavour of the caramel. It kind of makes it almost like sickly sweet to eat too much of it. I wish there's been a bit more pretzel pieces in the piece I had, because there was only a few. I wish there was more pretzel pieces like there was in the biscuit one. I didn't get much of a crunch, certainly not like this picture. I did get the oh, so there's a big piece in that. A bit more texture. That piece was more rounded and more texture in it. Strong caramel flavour as well. Like I said, I don't really buy Yorkie often. I thought this would be a good video because there's several flavours out at the same time. Like I said, there were several more. Some I have tried, some I never knew about. It's funny when you're from an era and there's all these chocolate bars and you're from that era and you could have gone out and bought them and you knew nothing about them. And how did you know nothing about them at the time? I guess in the rise of social media and the internet, it made all these things kind of advertising to us much easier. You know, all those groups on Facebook where I see a lot of things that people have posted about, and I posted about myself. So it's like a continuous kind of circle of find, buy, eat, repeat. But then some chocolates like from the Olympics, like Cadbury's make, I never heard of them, like Bronze Crunch and another one. And I never heard of them, and I never saw anything about them. You know, and I think it's 2012, so it is... We're talking about 14 years ago. I would have been 20... I would have been 24. So... I was still a foodie then, but not so much as I grew up. I guess in the later 20s, into the early 30s. I'm still. Should we say I'm late early 30s? Late early 30s. That's what we'll go with. Not quite 40 yet. The chocolate orange one was still around because I feel like that could still be popular. The honeycomb one we've got kind of crunchy. I kind of think an orange one. It's like the orange 12 from Cadbury's. That was such a big buzz around that, and I was going in everywhere to try to find it before the release date of it, and they kept that on. And then we kind of had like this masses of 12s, like the white dipped one. We had the mint one. We had the caramel one, which was very short lived. Like, I feel like chocolate orange is a flavour that could just stay on, but I guess in Yorkie land it didn't. So, wonder what one we'll get next. Wait, thanks for watching this video. You can check out other videos like this on the foodie playlist called Foodie Adventures, where I go through different things that I've come across from here, from abroad, from found online. We're going to have a lot of different videos coming up, and I've got a lot of stuff to get through and a lot of stuff to eat. So we're going to have, the thing is, the list keeps growing. I'm using the things that I have, and then I'm thinking, oh, that'll make a good video. And then I've now got a container full of stuff just waiting to be videoed. And new stuff is always coming out, so there'll always be a continuous flow. So we're going to have different arrows from around the world coming out. We're going to have lion bars, galaxy bars. Got some more part 2s of some videos I've already done. We've got some more Dubai chocolate part 2. We're going to have Polish chocolate. We're going to have chocolate from Spain. So there's a lot to look forward to. So subscribe if you want to join me on this journey, where I'm honest and unbox all this stuff. There's also 2 good to go boxes on the channel where I unbox them and see what we got for the money and money saving tips. There's also travel videos for my adventures around and more. So join me on this. Give this a like. What's your favourite Yorkie bar from the past or present? Leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.